All right, guys. It's JoJo on the radio in the studio with the guy that I just met a couple of seconds ago. Some of you guys are probably already obsessed with him. Some of you guys, maybe this is the first meeting. Whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, love for Jon Bellion. Well, yeah, as I'm whacking the microphone around.
Yeah.
All right, John, before we get to this track and everything going on here, I just want to know that true or false, that your album, which of course is out, The Human Condition, you created the artwork specifically, and I guess the album to a degree, just to get the attention of the movie company Pixar, because you want to score the movie, a movie.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, man. I saw Tarzan and with Phil Collins when I was younger, and it changed my whole life. The way the animation was moving with an original song that I actually liked instead of just a string section. You know what I'm saying? That was emotional. I think it could be revolutionary. I want this, if this album does well, or my single, All Time Low, if that goes and gets to a top 5 position and I get this attention, they can refer back to interviews like right now. Maybe a guy like John Lasseter can see this. And I keep putting into the universe that maybe they can respect it. When they see the album, they're going to see that I dedicated my money and my campaign and everything to go into getting their attention.
What a cool, normally you think, rock stars do it for the chicks, for the fame, for the money, which is all, whatever your thing is. And they're all great reasons, obviously. But I've never heard of anybody just claiming to do it just for that. Man, if they don't come at you, somebody will. That's just it's going to happen, clearly.
Yeah, and that's what they promote. They promote following your dreams. They promote going out there, doing what you love to do. And that's literally my dream since I was like a young kid, since Monsters, Inc., Finding Nemo. Imagine seeing those types of movies with sonics that are interesting, that beats that you would hear on like a cool indie blog. I think it would just, the mesh of those two worlds, the colors from those sonics and things would just take the movie to another realm. And I think I want to be the guy to do that.
And have you met, you have met with Pixar?
No, nobody from Pixar. People from Disney. People from Disney came to my Nashville show recently. We ended up, the whole tour sold out. It was nice. They were getting wind of it. They ended up seeing the CD. He showed up and they surprised me. He came downstairs. They said they want to have a meeting and stuff. So it's mildly, I guess, in the works. But I really want these records to do well at radio. That's why I'm so excited to be here and promote these records that I worked so hard on.
All right, so note to Pixar, you need to get on board here because Disney's already set a meeting with this guy. So I don't want you guys to be all slacking because he wants to do a Pixar movie. You funded the album yourself, right?
Yes, all of the artwork, artwork was funded from myself. Yeah.
So you're at this point, it's got to come through because that can't be cheap. I'm guessing, right?
There was a couple opinions left and right. You know what I'm saying? It's risky. Don't do that. You should just concentrate on the music and whatnot. But I really, I've coined the term sometimes that my album, my artwork, and my sound is kind of like Dilla meets Disney. It's very movie hip hop stuff. I came up on the Neptunes, Pharrell, and very movie beats like Timberland and stuff like that. But when you listen to the lyric approach, it's this almost Ben Gibbard, Band of Horses type of thing, and then the mesh is this new sound and whatnot. So I've always drawn from that. When I'm in the studio, there'll be Pixar movies playing on silent while I'm trying to create stuff. So
you got a real unique thing going on here. So,
thank you.
Hey, a couple other true or false things. You started playing piano about the age of 6. You walked down and you just put your hands on the piano and music just came out. Is that true or is that just BS? I was told it was like some child, phenom. Is that real?
These are my homies from when I was super young, so they could be witnesses, I guess. I don't know how to read music. It sounds super pretentious, but I see music in colors. I see music in shapes. So I've just always been able to play anything I hear. I've been able to
there were no lessons like, hey, Mr. Smith is coming over at 4 and we're going to go.
Actually, I got kicked out of lessons. I was there for about a year and I used to pretend to not know the song. So I'd have my piano teacher play it once and then I'd pretend to not know it for a couple of weeks and then play it. So then one day she put something in front of me and was like, play that. I started crying. I couldn't do it. She kicked me out of lessons. She told my mom. Bad news.
But you really could play it from the first get-go once they played it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. So that's true. I thought that was BS. Oh my God. And another true or false, you come up with a lot of ideas in the shower. You said in some interview that you think your theory is it's your mom's shampoo.
What?
Is that not real? That's the BS one, right?
Let's clap it up for the first ridiculous piece of information that has came over the fence. No.
Here's what this interview said. What? Okay, listen to this, dude. This is how rumors get started. We're going to clear it up now. Oh, it's a great rumor, though. I would go with this if I were you. You supposedly in an interview you said you think it's your mom's shampoo in the shower that I guess gets you to thinking creatively, and it's something. It's like the smell of the shampoo.
You know what? You know what I was probably, to be honest with you, to back myself up, I was probably not wanting to be there wherever I was.
Oh God,
so I was probably just BSing, and I guess maybe I don't remember myself saying that.
Look it up, and that's funny. But the thing about the piano, you playing it, that's real.
So
right?
back to the
Good Lord. All right, this is fun. Jon Bellion hanging out, you guys. Follow this dude, Twitter, Instagram, and Snap at Jon Bellion, JonBellion, obviously.
Yes, yes.
Album, The Human Condition, of course.
Yes,
Get
sir.
that or you're a bad person. Single, All Time Low. That is too damn funny, man. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I wonder how, like, do you even recall saying that jokingly?
Not
Or-
in the least bit.
No kidding. I've had that happen a couple of times, and generally speaking, it's from Wikipedia.
I mean,
I don't know if this was from Wikipedia or not, but basically, who was I? I was in a conversation. I think it was maybe like Jason Derulo. I said, Jason, what's up with this movie you're doing about you and the big elephant? I'm just making stuff. I forget what it was. And he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And I was like, come on, man. And he's like a buddy. And I'm like, dude, give me the.
give me the.
And he's like, I have no idea what you're talking
yeah,
about.
man.
So I'll file that under that. Okay.
Yeah.
Musically speaking, of course, before we get to the music here, a couple of notes. 21 Pilots, you're doing the tour with them.
Yes, they asked me to come out with them for the arena tour, the U.S. leg. So I'm super excited about that.
And what else do we need to know about anything musically, or should I need details on the song, backstory on the song? Let's jump to that. How about
All time low.
All Time Low.
Yeah.
It has such a unique vibe to it.
Thank you.
And I don't, it just, yeah, that's the one thing that comes out of my brain when I hear the track. It's so unique, and it just sounds,
Thank you.
it cuts through.
Oh man.
So whatever that's worth for me.
No, that's worth everything. I finished a song about 2 years ago. The day I made it, I said this is gonna be my single no matter what. And I fought for 2 years to get it to this point. So to be even speaking to you about this record to me is a huge moment.
And between that point and 2 years later,
Yeah.
you've written probably 100 songs.
For sure.
So why this song?
For some
you
reason,
know.
the day I made it, it gave me goosebumps. I think I wrote it very quickly. Everything came out so fast. I made the beat. I did 100% of the record myself. So when it was finished, there was something about the catchiness of the low ripping, and there was something about the drop. There was something about the way the drums were moving, and the lyrical choice over these movie drums, these very Neptunes inspired drums with this weird vocal tone and this vocal approach. I knew we're in a cool time in music. We're in a time where the cream kind of rises to the top. The interesting records are being Shazammed. You can't shake someone's hand at a label today and he can say, I'm going to change your life tomorrow. You're going to have the #1 record on the planet. Not at all. You have to go on what you feel is going to be a phenomenal record that's good music. So
you're saying like the people,
Yeah.
actual mom and pop, not mom and pop, but just real people
yes.
decide music now. Whereas maybe back in the day, it was a label forcing something on
records.
somebody, more so
Right.
than it is today. I guess.
Exactly. You have kids that are bubbling from the internet. You can't fake the funk anymore. You cannot force kids, you cannot force consumers to enjoy a product. They do not monopolize music like it was. It's the Wild West now. So when I made the
Amen,
record,
right? I
I said, this is new, this is fresh, I'm going to stick with this record. I think this is going to cut through no matter what time period I drop it in. So if I ever get a deal to drop a song and to get a label behind it or whatever, this is going to be the one that I'm going to, and it might influence the tone of radio. I want to produce and write for other people. So if this record goes, that sound, that Jon Bellion sound, that something like DJ Mustard did, or the Neptunes did, or Timbaland
Right.
did. I want to have an influence sonically on the palette of radio, and this is a record that could really, champion that. This is the first record that could do that for me.
Did you re-record it? I know you recorded it roughly 2 years ago. Did you re-record anything recently, or is this the initial recording?
There was a couple of snare switches and some drum things. There's a little bit of a choir. There's some subtle differences that I kind of wanted to just prep it for radio, being that it was
Right.
the first record I was going with. So I brought in 2 producers named OG Volta. They're homies of mine that worked on the whole album with me. And we kind of spruced it up a little bit, but that's basically what was made 2 years ago.
All right. Well, let's. Final question on the track: was it
Yeah.
recorded in like a bedroom? Like I hear so many
It was
stories.
recorded
MacBook with a mic in the shower, kind of a thing.
In my
which-
parents' basement.
seriously.
Yes, it was. I built a studio in my parents' basement. It was one of my goals in life to get it built. And once it was actually one of the first records that I did.
Give me is there a story, like a mom story, like as you're recording it, she's like, I've heard some stories, and see if you have anything similar to like, while you're recording this track, mom's house, mom's always coming downstairs. Hey, you want to get some dinner? Or I'm
Yeah,
cooking some so
literally.
and so. And like, so mom she's a part of.
Oh, my
the
whole
process,
my whole
clearly.
family. My grandmother lives under me. She lived under me for the first 10 years of me living in my parents' house. So
So grandmother was in the basement, or there's a.
she was out.
there's a
Originally, when I
room.
was younger, there was 2 stories up. My grandma was under me, so she used to take the ceiling and hit it with the broom, telling me to quiet down. My parents were freaking out at 3 in the morning. It's really how it went down. But yeah, no, the record was conceived in my parents' basement, and then it was fleshed out. We brought it to an Airbnb in LA. I just took a little retreat and kind of fleshed everything out over there and finished it there. So it was fun. It was cool.
Once again, the album, The Human Condition. I say this all the time, but I really mean it this time. I mean it every time, but get it or you're not a good person. You're not, you're not contributing to society.
I'll take it.
All-time low, of course, stream it, whatever you do, however you get your music, legally, of course, or whatever. Yeah. All-time low, get on that. What are your fans like? I know that we're talking.
My fans are ravenous.
Yeah.
My fans are no joke.
One of my favorite things, I swear, is crazy fans, or let me rephrase it, psycho fan encounters.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm not saying all your fans are psycho, but there's always one or two that are just
a little above
nutty.
and beyond.
Yeah. So give me one of those, moments.
One of those moments.
Like even I've had some. I had and this is I don't even sing. I had a lady come up to me and, hey, JoJo, nice to meet you. Oh, my God. I was feeling pretty good about myself. Like, she likes JoJo. And then she slaps me as hard as she can in the face. This is backstage at a show. I mean, psh! And, of course, we're all taken aback. Like, why would she, if she claims to like me, why would she hit me? But she said with a creepy little grin, and she looked like she was not trying to be mean. But after she hit me, she said, I just wanted you to remember it. And she walked off all happy. And she basically punched me in the face.
That is the G-est thing I've ever heard in my whole life.
So
that's
Why
phenomenal.
So since then, when I meet somebody, I'm like, I have a little Floyd Mayweather jerk back, and I'm like, But that's. I mean, if it hadn't happened to you yet, I hope it doesn't. But crazy people are going to come. People are out there.
I mean, we have fans. Literally, sometimes there'll be fans that there'll be a tent. We'll show up to the place early. Let's say we'll get there at 7, 8 a.m. Or we get to a venue very early. We don't go on till 11 p.m. And there'll be fans like roasting wieners, like in a tent, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we've been here for a couple days. Just want to make sure we got the right seats." No joke. These kids who come, it's ridiculous. My fans, just shout out to the fans. I mean, if you hear me and you listen to this radio station, they're the reason that they got here. There's no gatekeepers. There's nobody who got me here besides the fans demanding the record, calling it in.
Can you imagine the planning that goes into that? Like, hey, Jon Bellion's going to be doing a show in 2 days. Get the tent. Get the wieners. Let's go. Let's get the. That's what your fans do.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so that's Jon Bellion. You guys, once again, follow this guy: Twitter, Instagram, Snap. At Jon Bellion. Yes. Do you like the Instagram Snap story now, or are you still hanging with Snapchat?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. The only thing I control really is my Twitter, my Instagram. My Snapchat I don't really have. My homie over there runs it for me when we're on stage. But
so if you see some crazy stuff, it's his.
It's
fault.
Probably his fault.
Got it. What else do people need to know? I mean, is that basically you in a nutshell? That's your I see you got. You're kind of like me. You got the one arm of tats, and the other one seems relatively clean. Although I see
it's clean.
Is there not a tat on the inside of that arm?
Yeah, Zelda
of that one.
So, right there. Yeah.
So,
what they need to know about me.
You know what? The tats. Any recent tats? There's always a good road story tat, like a bad decision.
Yeah, we all got Beautiful Mind is the name of the collective. This is my boys. This is my band from college.
And you guys are all like that's my okay. You guys know each other from college, and true or false, no matter like. When a group of guys in college or grade school or whatever get together, the plan was, and with you specifically, with you guys, is whoever hits first, we're all going to go together, and then it'll be a roller coaster ride. But we're sticking together, and then you're basically getting the kiss of the media and the love and the fame right now. Another one of these other guys will get it in a couple of months, and then there it is.
I have the football right now. I think given just how the roll of the dice works and whatnot, I think it's incredible to have a group of guys that understand the vision. They understand that not everybody can move at the same time. If someone has the football, they have to carry it over the finish line. So once I get to the end zone, then I can open it up for the people that I believe are talented, the people that I think I could pave a way for, and get my privilege and get my position in wherever I am in society or whatever. I could use that to my advantage to help people that may have not had a chance, that may have not gotten there. So it's cool.
And what college was it again? No. What?
I had a 1.3 grade point average. I was selling my beats and selling my instrumentals and my songs for people to do papers for me. So I wasn't a very good student, but I went to Five Towns College.
Kanye, you were inspired by Kanye, I read. So he dropped into college. Is that another BS thing? Like, because he dropped it.
I mean, I am inspired.
I didn't go to college
him.
either, so don't stress. So I'm as dumb as a box of rocks. Who cares?
Yeah, I think.
Oh my God, who knows? That's why you're talking to me. That's why we get along, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Once again, that's Jon Bellion. I am anxious and excited for you and your career and your buzz and all that. Just
thank you.
Do your thing, man.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, Jon Bellion, drop in and say hi anytime.
Yes, sir.